Before beginning this video, have a look at the differentiated starter. Try and answer as many of the questions as you can based on the last lesson you will have covered in biology. Key Area 2 of multicellular organisms. Key Area 2 is entitled Propagating and Growing Plants. Our learning intention for this video is to compare and develop understanding of vegetative and artificial plant propagation. From page 7 of your pupil booklet, we can see 4 success criteria that will be covered during this video. Success criteria are a measurement for your level of success after having engaged with the learning material. If we look at our success criteria against the higher order thinking skills triangle, we can see a level of differentiation. When you're being asked to explain what is meant by the term vegetative propagation, you need to understand the biology. When being asked to state different methods of vegetative propagation in plants, you're being asked to simply recall from memory, a remembering skill. To investigate a method of artificial propagation and to compare different methods of propagation in plants, you're being asked to analyse. Vegetative propagation is a form of asexual reproduction used by plants. A reminder that asexual reproduction involves one parent plant only. 3 types of asexual methods of reproduction by plants are bulbs, tubers, and runners. In class, you would be issued a task sheet. This task sheet has to be completed as you go through the next few aspects of the video. Bulbs are, in fact, special stems with fleshy leaves that contain food to nourish a plant during winter. Bulbs are made of modified leaf tissue. Each bulb produced by a plant can grow into a new plant in spring months. These genetically identical offspring are known as clones. Some examples of plants that reproduce using bulbs are daffodils, tulips, onion, garlic, snowdrops, and bluebells. Tuber. Like bulbs, tubers store food for use over the winter. The food in the tuber is starch. Tubers are swollen underground stems or roots produced by plants such as potato and sweet potato. Each potato produced by a potato plant can sprout and grow into a new plant. Runners are stems that grow horizontally along the ground from a parent plant with tiny plantlets on the ends of the stem. If they contact the soil in the right conditions, roots can form and a new plant is produced. Runners are formed by strawberry plants and spider plants. Once the new plant is established, the runner stem will break down. Artificial propagation is carried out by humans. Artificial propagation means that part of a plant, for example a stem or a leaf, is cut off from the parent and treated so that it grows into a new plant. This is quicker than waiting for the parent plant to produce seeds, and all new plants will be exactly like the parent plant. They will have the same colour of flower and leaves. In class, you would be given the opportunity to carry out artificial propagation by taking a cutting from a geranium plant. You have a task to complete. Using the word banks, complete the statements appearing on the screen. The answers to these statements will appear in the next part of the video. Artificial propagation is carried out by humans. Artificial propagation means that part of a plant, for example a stem or leaf, is cut off from the parent and treated so that it grows into a new plant. All new plants will be exactly like the parent plant, known as a clone. They will have the same colour of flower and leaves. You have been given the opportunity here to evaluate your learning against the differentiated success criteria. If there are any of these success criteria you are not able to meet, please go back to the relevant part of the video and revise. In terms of a plenary, complete the table as seen in front of you. The answers to this table will appear in the next slide. When completing the table, you are comparing the different types of propagation methods that we've explored during this video. Seeds. Plant species that are involved using seeds are peas or beans. It is an example of sexual reproduction that occurs naturally. Daffodils propagate via bulbs, a sexual reproductive method, and is natural. Potatoes use the method of propagation known as tubers, asexual, and again are a natural process. Plant species that involve runners are strawberry plants. The example is asexual, and again it is a natural process. A common plant we use to take cuttings from are geraniums. It's an asexual method of reproduction and is an artificial process.